Hello, welcome to INFJ Thoughts. This is your INFJ in residence. I'm Francis McCarthy. You can call me Mike, you can call me Mud, you can call me Mac. You can just not call me, I guess. Topic for today. Wow, being understood. See, I just came up with that right now. And so, sidebar. And if you're an INFJ, you know the sidebar. In fact, my sidebars go three or four deep. People that try to converse with me are constantly getting a sidebar, sidebar, sidebar. And I think we do that sidebar thing. Um, well, this actually ties into being understood, being misunderstood, etc. The sidebar is because we know that something has popped in our head and we need to express it right then and there, or we will forget about it. And so what we'll do is create a gazalt. We'll create, oh, look, this is INFJ right here. I'm always doing this when I'm talking about INFJs. Um, we want to create the picture. We see how this attaches to this, and this attaches to this, and it's absolutely vital to understand this sidebar, right? So, getting back to like actually just like being understood slash misunderstood. Um, yeah, it's terrible. It sucks. We understand everyone. Not many understand us. And you know what? I'm the old INFJ. I almost called the channel Old INFJ instead of INFJ Thoughts. So let me tell you something. Nobody is ever going to understand you if you haven't figured that out yet. It's just time to acknowledge it and deal with it. I'm watching this shop here, so sorry. Um, yeah, it's okay. You don't need to be understood. Although, you might be. Like, people will understand various aspects of your personality. But you, I think, if you're an INFJ, you already know that no one's going to understand you in a gazalt sort of way, or even in smaller ways. It's just the way it is. And so I would say being understood is overestimated. It is nice. Even your fellow INFJs online, it's like, yeah. I think each of us is an island, and I already did the island in the stream song on another video. But we are. We're islands in the stream. We are connected under the water. All we know, we see the connections with everyone. We feel that connection deeply, and yet we know that above the surface of the water, it all appears to be isolation and separateness. Um, and we're actually, I think, lucky in a way because some types, I don't know, I'm guessing like your ISTJ or something like that, might feel that same way, like that sense of isolation, but not feel the connection with others that we enjoy or suffer from, as the case may be. Um, and thus, you maybe even get more depressed than we get, you know. And I think and I talked about this in my little video about depression. I think a lot of the cause of depression is being misunderstood, and not, deeper than that, much deeper. It's not just being misunderstood, it's knowing at a core level that there's no hope. Even the people that are closest to us, my wife is quite close to me, she understands me pretty well, but she doesn't know the depths. No one does. Um, my good friend, the INTP, he understands bits of me, he understands the whole creative part of me, but he doesn't understand the emotional part that well. And it doesn't matter because we're really good friends, and we have a great time talking about philosophy and metaphysics and God knows what, art, you know, music, movies, videos, whatever. In fact, I think we're going to be starting a channel when I get back from vacation. I am going on vacation. It won't probably be affecting you because this is my phone. Look, I've grabbed something to poke with. I can't click this. Can you hear that? Yeah. I'm going to put it down. Don't worry. Anyway, getting to 5 minutes here. So, being understood. Probably not going to happen. And yes, it does hurt. I will say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about being misunderstood. Realize that no one's ever going to understand you. And actually, I know INFPs. They have the same problem, and much worse than we do, because where we have empathy, I think they have sympathy. Yeah, and empathy is actually, we really do physically, I physically feel the emotions of others. And for that reason, I am very sensitive to negativity and people that are losers. I know it's mean. Oh my God, you're so mean. Um, yeah, sorry, losers. I didn't mean to call you losers. I feel bad. Yeah. Yeah. Summing up, we're getting to be 6 minutes. Now, being understood, overrated. People will see slices, perceive slices. We understand pretty much everyone because we get a ton of impressions, not just from the feeling side, but from our ability to ferret out information from little scraps very effectively and very efficiently. And how I think so. A lot of why did this INFJ mind matrix come into being? Well, it's a survival mechanism. Okay, and um, you know, of all the 16 ways that people have devised to survive, we've come up with this way. And I remember I was in a therapy situation. I won't get into any details, but I've never really been in therapy. This was a specific incident that, I went to go see a therapist with someone else with. And I was explaining to her how my mind worked and why I did things. And she says, well, that seems really difficult and convoluted and odd. And I'm like, well, that's your opinion, first of all. Second of all, it works for me. I mean, this is how I operate. So, you know, your judgment of it is sort of kind of silly since you're not me, right? But that was telling because, even was a psychologist or whatever, probably not that familiar with the Jungian archetypes or the Myers-Briggs modality, but a lot of them aren't. It's really amazing to me because it's so key. I was just watching a video by Chris. Chris, I really like your video. If you're seeing this, just talking about when he discovered he was an INFJ and the flood of relief he had, and I had that very similar feeling. It was about 15 years ago. I was like, oh my God, there's actually other people like me, like me, but not like me. I know you're not like me. We just have a similar set of preferences, a similar strategy for dealing with reality. And so you may find some value in my talking to you, or you might not. And if you don't, you'll just get 2 minutes in, you go, click, this guy again. Oh my God. He burbles. Anyway, I guess that's enough. Thank you for joining me today. I'll put this up. So what I'm doing is I'm just posting these from the phone. I'm not reviewing them. I'm not editing them. I'm not getting all perfectionist on them. When I come home later, though, I capture a screenshot. Well, I already did that one. How many can I do? Oh, I apply some artistic stuff to it. And so that looks nice for the world. And we will keep the channel going. So thank you for those of you that have subscribed. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for just listening and not giving me a like or a comment. That's fine. It's all good. Because it's here for you. I'm sharing. And that's going to be maybe a topic of another video real soon. How we like to share, even though we're misunderstood. We're helping you, even though you don't understand us. I'll be back real soon with another video. Meanwhile, do me a favor, please. Take good care and stay out of trouble.